Today I am going to talk a little bit about wetlands and freshwater fish breeding, like natural breeding. Now our Indian Western Ghats have lot of beautiful rare endemic fishes, and many of them are they are very, and in the sense they occur in a narrow geographical range, and they are I mean, they are so diverse and important for the ecology, environment, everything. And these fish, the thing is, many of them have complicated breeding cycles, and they need certain specialized condition to have their babies and all. These upstream, as one comes upstream, they finally, these streams end up in some wetlands, marshy places and all. And most of these marshes and wetlands have been converted to paddy fields because it's excellent for growing paddy also. Then after the rains, these fish come upstream, this kind of stream, and then that breeding cycle and all starts, and these little baby fish are they need these kind of shallow niches to survive, because here the predators are they can't access them easily, and they have little kind of nooks and crannies where they can hide. See this kind of place, and thousands and thousands of them are born, and then they hang around in this kind of place for a while and gather their strength, and then they go downstream. Now a good camera is needed to catch these baby fish. I'm going to walk a little bit upstream. It's a bit slippery, and I hope I don't fall down. Can you see those little fish? I have to hire a good cameraman. If you look carefully, you will see them. There are this algating type of fish. I think it's called avos or something. Then these frog larvae, and then rasbora babies, and little shrimps. That's a frog larva. If you stay still for a while, you will notice hundreds of them. Slowly they come out. So these streams, they're maintaining them nicely. Very important for these fish populations. So as you come upstream, these it flattens out. This one where I am now is a abandoned farm. This paddy field also they have left it because it's not viable, I think. Anyway, so after it's abandoned, this paddy field slowly, that native species start coming back. Here, this Mimosa pudica, touch me nots are there, plenty. And then it's about some 2 inches of water will be there, 2 inches, 3 inches, like that, and full of algae. So this is excellent place for lots of fish breeds. This Western Ghats has so much biodiversity that it is still not been, people just not yet counted everything that's there. And new ones go on getting discovered. Meanwhile, we are ruining this biodiversity at such a fast speed that it will be a tragedy if we don't even know what we have. You at least document what is there before it's lost. If you know what you have lost, you can at least mourn a bit for it. Otherwise, they'll just silently disappear and we'll not even know what we have lost. It will be the biggest tragedy. And see, this is some plant I'm not familiar with. Maybe it's that Mushakarni. Then this is that Purputa, Chaya Purputa. And then that one, and then see all the algae here, and then this grass. So in this kind of place, they feel safe and nice, and millions and millions of them will breed. And if there is no cultivation, this becomes a very rich area for these freshwater tortoises and snails, lots of frogs, and these dragonflies, damselflies, and marsh birds. The amount of life that this kind of marsh supports is incalculable. And so this fish breeding, we have to at least preserve some of these wetlands so that this fish can breed. I'll try to show. I don't know how clear it is. I myself can't see, but anyway, I'm holding the camera closer. Can you see any baby fish? They'll be less than a millimeter, such small things. And these eel babies, catfish babies, and then the shrimps, freshwater prawns, freshwater crabs. All of them need this kind of place to get their breeding circle going and maintain their population. There's a nice clear patch. I hope I can show you some baby fish here. I can't even make out whether it's focusing properly or not. This is the main flowing section of where the water gets out of this paddy field. So much fresh water comes out, and this can if this is all properly harvested and saved, India can never have water shortage. Not only that, we will be able to feed the entire world many times over. It's such a rich country with ample sunlight, beautiful soil, so much biodiversity. We have a good rain season. It's one of the blessed country by nature. These come back and occupy these wetlands. This is their natural home actually, this colocasia and all. So with my ordinary camera, I could only do this much of videography. I can't show anything better, but I encourage you all to go out, step out of your comfort zones. Don't sit in your apartments, go out. Go out of your town, village, city, find nice places and hang out there in the trees and nature and see what all is there. If you have a good camera, I'm sure you all have, take some photos. That's the only way to enjoy all this. You don't have to sit on National Geographic TV to see. It's there in your surrounding area.